Ladies and gentlemen, GHB TV here with the one and only world class trainer Jose Benavidez Sr. How you feeling, sir?
Everything's going good, man. We're here in Miami, getting ready for November 22nd. Dave Benavidez, the Mexican Monster, against Anthony Yarde. Super excited, super happy, and we're here working hard to give you guys a great, good fight. A very exciting fight.
Right. I want to ask why Miami?
David has some properties here in Miami, and he decided to he started some new businesses in here, so we decided to stay in here so we can stay close with everything also.
Okay. I like to get into like the education of the people that I interview, if you don't mind. What was it for you with boxing? How come you chose boxing?
To be honest with you, it was just an accident. I never thought about being in the sport of boxing. I didn't even know nothing. I was 26 years old. I didn't even know how to throw a jab, but,
Hmm.
the dedication, the hard work, and the motivation, just got us here. If you ask me, how did you get here? I have no idea, man. I think I got to say that, uh, you know, just waking up every day and putting the hard work and just working hard, to be honest with you. We've been doing this for 25 years nonstop. It's a everyday thing, and probably that's the key to where we at now.
Mm. So would you like how would you say like the experience has been training your sons? Like, did you see it going this far? Was it this far in your
Not
vision?
at all, man. Like I said, I never imagined in my life, being on the stages like a professional fight, world titles, and all that. Everything just has been coming, by himself. But we have to put the hard work, the dedication, because we don't come from a boxing family or a family of sports.
Mm.
It's just something that the three of us, David Jr. and Jose Benavidez Jr., we fell in love. Felt passionate about it and became obsessed with the sport of boxing. And that's why they've been breaking records. I think we had to work harder than somebody. If, for example, I never boxed. I didn't know nothing about boxing. So in my mind, I thought, I didn't do this. So I got to work harder than the people that they did. And I think some people that were fighters or were coaches, they maybe felt a little bit confident that, that they were fighters than us. I never felt that way. I feel
Mm.
to this day that that I gotta still learn a lot and catch up and keep learning, man. And I have the motivation to do it every day. So maybe that's what, like I said, that's what happened. But it's been super tough. It's been super hard. We fell a lot of times. We got up and we keep going. And a lot of times I wanted to throw the towel and I don't want to do this anymore because it was really frustrating, really hard. A lot of tears, a lot of sacrifices.
Hmm.
But now, once they became world champions, we were like, wow, this is good, man. So we just keep going and we're gonna keep going until the end.
Right. Would you say that boxing saved your life?
Of course, boxing. I came to United States when I was 11 years old. I went to second grade. I had no education. I mean, I was just doing all these kinds of works. Anything that had to do with construction, landscaping, and anything that I can make money to provide to feed my family. Um, and that would have been my life to this day. But
Mm.
I found boxing, and it changed my life. Thank God now, we're living a good life. I'm providing for my family a little bit more, and they at least they got money to go to college, and they got money to uh, get to their dreams. And that's my plan. To help them get to their dreams, and thank God, we've been blessed, and we're here working hard still, and trying to get to the top and make history one day.
How does it feel being one of the top coaches in boxing right now?
To be honest, like I said, man, I never consider myself a top coach. I'm just learning and see. I want to see where life takes me at the end of the careers of my fighters, and from there I can access. But I don't even consider myself a trainer. I don't even consider myself a top trainer. I'm just doing everything of love and hard work, and hopefully, we can still keep breaking records on everything that we're doing. And the plan is to make history and motivate other people that you know it's never too late to if you have a dream, it's never too late to get to that dream. No
Yeah.
matter what, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, and hopefully I can motivate other people by me not
Yeah.
knowing anything. And I started very late, so time is not. It doesn't matter as long as you want to do it and commit yourself and work hard for what you
Yeah.
want to do.
Yeah, I like that. Um, the Canelo fight, is it a thing where it still kind of get to you, or is like we passed it?
You passed it, bro. Like I said, but there's no interview that I do that people don't talk about Canelo. That's why we
Mm,
went up to 175 because for 4 years we were mandatory. That did not happen. So we're focusing on another things. That didn't happen. 4 years is not going to happen. We're trying to accomplish other things at 175. Our plan is maybe fight one, two fights and go to cruiserweight and fight Zurdo Ramirez and then come back at 175.
mm,
And the plan right now is to fight Anthony Yarde next, Benavidez, and third B Bol, and then Opetia. That's the plan right now.
that's amazing. That's a crazy list too.
Yeah,
That's a
man.
Hall of
At the end
Fame
of the
list.
day,
Yeah.
Benavidez, Team Benavidez, Dave Benavidez, the Mexican monster. We want to give you, the fans, good fights. We're not
Yeah.
cherry picking here. We're not afraid to lose our undefeated record. We just want to give you good fights. And like I said, our plan, our goal is to make history. And the only way you can make history and do good in boxing is by giving the fans the real fights, very
Mm.
dangerous fights.
So I have 29 professional fights myself, right? And I've been coaching for about 13 years now. And I realized in boxing, you really need people that's in your corner. You really need your family, your father, somebody who knows. How important was it for you to be there throughout your son's amateur career and professional career?
Like I said, man, I believe that everything I done in life, I have committed 100% on whatever I touch.
Mm,
When I started doing boxing, I committed myself 100% for 25 years. Day and
mm,
night, every day, starting from the nutrition to the man, training, strength and condition, and the boxing part and all that, man. It's just been a full commitment, to the sport, and there hasn't been a day when I'm not in the corner. If it doesn't matter if it's running or training or rehabs, or recuperate, like sometimes, these guys got to get a massage or cupping and all that, or an adjustment and all that. I'm there on every time, bro.
hmm.
So that's what I call commitment, and being there with them for 25 years, man. I committed myself. I put my life on the side just to help them get to their goals. But at the end of the day, without me wanting, I made a career out of this also. So
Yeah.
I'm super happy, super excited, and super motivated. And like I said, man, this is only a little bit of the Benavides team. We have a lot more to come, and we're committed, and we know that's going to be really hard, but we're ready to climb to that mountain, man, and give you guys all we have.
I appreciate you. Hey, fighting Anthony Yard. What do you think are the biggest things to worry about with the Anthony Yard?
I want to say that I think Anthony Yarde is the hardest fight in our career because Anthony Yarde has been at 175 almost all his career. We've seen the only two losses that he has is to the Crusher and also Beterbiev, and he
Right.
did hurt Beterbiev. He got him with the shot, stumbled him, and unfortunately he lost that fight. But that guy, we see that he has a lot of power. He's hungry. He takes care of his body, and he's serious about his work. So we got a dangerous fighter on November 22nd that we cannot underestimate. We're preparing for the best fight of our careers in order to make
Hmm.
history. We can't just win that fight. We have to look impressive. We have to look really good in order to fight these other fighters.
Hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I tell a lot of people. We can't just win a fight. We have to look impressive. If we want to go
Right.
to the big guys, we have to look impressive, and that's the plan. Anthony Yarde is a strong guy, a guy that's super hungry, and he's gonna come like never before. This is his last opportunity to fight for a world title, and we expect the best Anthony Yarde has anybody seen before. and we are prepared to give you guys a fight. Guarantee you, there is going to be a knockout on that
Mm,
fight, and we're
mm.
willing to take our chances, and we're willing to give you guys a knockout and look spectacular that night.
That's what I love about David's style. It's a style where I feel like if you're not willing to fight, he gonna run you over. And every fight is gonna be an action-packed fight. You know what I
We're gonna
mean?
make you fight. We're gonna make you fight.
Yeah,
We're gonna make you fight. We're gonna stay there. There's no secret to David's style. That's why David's a super exciting fighter,
hmm,
because we are gonna go there. We're not gonna do no Tom and Jerry exhibitions here or none of that. From the
yeah,
first round, it's gonna be excitement. It's gonna be electrified. It's gonna be an action-packed fight. So you're gonna fight. You gotta be ready to fight. You gotta be ready to fight because we're coming to fight and we're
yeah,
coming to give the fans what they want to see. We want people to stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. And that's what
yeah.
it's all about exciting fights.
Okay, going to 175. I think you're what, two fights in at 175?
Yeah, this will be the third actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so this will be the third fight. David feels very comfortable, super happy, super motivated. And one thing with David right now, I don't even recognize him.
Mm,
Me being with him, man. Let me tell you a little bit about David. David is in a point of his career that finally he's peaking. He's
mm,
maturing. He's getting his mainstream at 28 years old. He's only 28 years old, bro.
yeah,
But his mind, he's visualizing and connecting with God and the universe and the frequencies, the vibrations, and man, he's a very dangerous fighter, man. And even me, like I would be scared to fight him. And he gives me all the confidence in the world to talk all this shit, because at the end of the day, man, we're coming for everything, man. We're coming to prove ourselves and give the fans what they want to see.
right. So it's safe to say you feel like he filling out well at 175.
He's great, man. Like I said, I get chills right now talking about him because even though he's my son, I'm a big fan, and I can't wait to be in that corner across Anthony Yarde, man. Man, it's gonna be electrified, and it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be guarantee 100% that the fans are gonna be super happy that night.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I loved the fight when they came out with the fight. I was like, damn, that's a great fight. Me myself, I'm picking David Benavidez to win simply because I think the intensity level is too high for Anthony Yarde. I think Anthony Yarde is a good fighter, strong, like you said. He be in good shape, but I just think the intensity level is going to be the separation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
a lot of people are talking right now that David's gonna get knocked out at this and that and that, and I like that. To be honest, we want to prove the people, and get the credit. When we fought Caleb Plant supposed to walk David, make him look like an amateur. When we fought Bubo Andrade, oh my God, Bubo Andrade's gonna take him to school and he's gonna expose him and he's gonna make him look like an amateur. And look what happened when we fought Morel. Everybody's
right.
saying the Cuban style, that this and that David's a robot and he's just a basic fighter. And every fight, David has improved and shown different things. And this is the same case here with Anthony Yarde. You guys are going to see different things of improvement with David Benavidez. So I like that, But at the end of the day, we got to keep proving ourselves to the people and to the fans.
If you could give a piece of advice to a father who is coaching his son, what would that advice be?
What might work for me might not work for you, but
Mm,
dedication, discipline, man. You can't go wrong with that. Investing time on your fighter, every day, even it seems like it's forever, and it seems like you're not gonna get there. You will get there. I guarantee you will get there. Just put the time in. It's a lot of work. Yeah, you're gonna have to tell your boys, hey, I can't go to the barbecue. Hey, I can't go to the club, because that's what I did. But look at us now where we at. The sacrifice was worth it. And
yeah,
I believe that every second, every minute that you invest into your fighter or your son, man, it's a good thing, especially when they're young.
yeah.
So I would just say, man, just focus, stay dedicated. Like the fighters stay dedicated. You stay dedicated in taking them to the gym and see what they need and kind of understand And that product, that little diamond, is like taking it out every day and shine it, so it can become the best diamond in the world. So it's not easy, man. It's not easy.
Right.
We had our up and downs. With I almost, to be honest with you, our relation was going really bad, really, really bad, to the point that a couple of times I felt that I just lost them because of the discipline and the hard work, because they don't understand. But once they became world champions, now they trusted me, But
Right.
there's doubts before, towards that road, going to
Right.
the world titles. There's a lot of doubts, and there's times where they don't want to do it. You don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
But once you don't stop and keep going, believe me, man, the trip is worth it 100%.
Hey man, first of all, I just want to give you all your credit, you know what I mean, for being a great father and being dedicated and sharing your words with us, because a lot of people, they think all types of things and they don't understand what it takes. You know what I mean? And the one thing I heard you say, 25 years straight, man, with no breaks. Like, people don't understand the man hours that it takes. What lets you know that your sons were special in the ring?
I never knew they were special, bro. Never in my mind. And that's something I was gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Now these days I see all these fathers. Are you there?
Yeah,
Now
I'm
these
here.
days, the big thing about me and my sons, they always they used to tell me that. How come you're never satisfied? How come you never say that I'm good? How come, every time you could do better, you could do better, you could do better? It's never enough for you, never enough for you. And what I see a lot of people these days. Oh my God, my son is gonna be the next face of boxing. Man, he's great, he's smooth. They just talk so much and they believe in their minds, and they make their fighters believe that they're super special when they're not. you know
Mm,
so I think, in my work, am I not? But me, I was the other way around. People would tell me, man, your kids are special, man. They're like, well, I don't know, man. I think they need a lot of work. Little by little, we'll get up there. We're going to continue to work hard. And right now, it's I don't know. I would not say that they're special. Only
yeah,
time will tell. You know,
yeah.
but like I said, that's what I did, and that's why I got into a lot of problems with them, because I never. Good job, son. I would always say, you did good, but you could have done better. You could
Mm,
have got hit less. You could have
yeah.
done this, you could have done that. And they told me, well, how come? Like I said, how come you never say that we did good, man? How come? You never say something good about us. We hear all these other parents and trainers talk really good about their fighters. Well, I mean, if you want me to lie and you want me to tell you what you want to hear, I'll do that.
Mm. I got you. I like that too, man. Somebody asked about Pacheco. How's Pacheco and what's next for him?
Everything's going well. His last fight, I thought he could have stopped Trevor McCombie. I think he had
McCombie, yeah.
him hurt, and he could have. He played it safe. He won all the rounds. But like I said, at the end of the day, yeah, he won that fight. Got to be honest with him. He won all the rounds, but he could have done better. He
Right.
could have stopped McCombie if he wanted to. He had the power, he had the speed, he had the IQ, he had everything, but he played it safe. He won the fight, and congratulations to Diego Pacheco. But I think, in my opinion, in the eighth round, if you guys were watching the fight, I told him, man, he's ready to go, man. You got to risk a little bit. You got to go in there and try to stop him, but you have to go in there because he's ready to go. Like I said, he's back in the gym now, training. We're looking at December, so somewhere around there, September, um, December. So he's back, and we're trying to see what's for him.
Okay. Hey, I got one more question because I don't want to hold you all day. I heard you say Zurdo Ramirez and Opetia. Why those fights?
I believe that those are the dangerous fighters, and I believe that Apetaya has a world title, Zurdo has some world titles, and we just want to fight the best, man. To be honest with you, we don't care if they have titles or not, but if they're coming up and people are saying that they're monsters, they're the best, they're going to be the face of boxing, those are the fights that we want to get. The fights that it's going to motivate people to watch us, and it's going to help us prove ourselves. And man, we want to make history, bro. In order to make history, man, we got to go get the monsters of the division. you know,
Mm,
and that's how
mm.
we want to be remembered by, we fought everybody. We didn't run from nobody. We did not avoid anybody, and we just wanted to face. That's what we want. We want to face Team Benavides. We want to face the best of the best.
One more, and this is the last one. I'm sorry. Your top five right now, favorite fighters.
Top five, man. It's really hard to say right now for me, to be honest with you.
Mm,
Uh, it's so many talent, man. But I'm gonna have to go start with maybe Tank, maybe B Ball, Better Beef, um, Inoue. You know,
mm.
fuck. I think, yeah. I mean, I think right now, man, the boxing is full of talent right now, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, listen, I appreciate you. You didn't have to do this.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you coming through the GHB TV, and hopefully I can get you back on in the future.
Definitely, definitely, anytime, brother. Thank you. I want to thank all the fans for the support. We're going to continue to work hard, man, to give you good fights. And like I said, we're going to continue proving ourselves and fighting the fighters that people don't want to fight and trying to avoid. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you again.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate you.